Probably the funniest part was when you had to have a straight face when you type in a person's account and have it pull up, because we had a box for customer notes that people had, for us, we had to read before actually checking them out, because it would have information about, like, let's say they were really, really horrible, they would have information in there about it. Some had, like, long stories between Vulcans. Like, Vulcan would, like, one Vulcan would write, like, a sentence, the next Vulcan would write another sentence, and it would just, like, continue down. I think the one time I was called out on it because this really terrible customer came in and just known for being, like, really, really bad and rude, and pulled up her account, and it was like a book. And so I just, like, sitting there reading. And she's like, "What's taking so long?" I'm just like, it was obvious I was reading something. So I just had to play it off. I'm like, but so a lot of information was passed around within the internal system. So Vulcans were able to communicate with each other about particular people, especially if they were terrible. I think those were the most fun. But also all of the wonderful people too. So if you were known to be, like, the sweetest person in the world, you probably got a lot of free rentals, because you got a lot of people going, "Oh, you know what, I'm gonna delete this cost for you. All right, have a nice day." So no, we had kind of both worlds, and I think that's typical for any retail system or retail job. But we had some characters. We had some characters that came in. I think the most fun were when you had celebrities or well-known local celebrities or people that you're like, why are they renting a movie? Richard Linklater came in quite often, and so many times he'd rent his own films. And I was so confused by that. Like, or he'd have someone from his company come in and rent. And so one time that they came in and they were renting Slacker, and I was just like, okay, I've got to ask, why are you renting Slacker? Like, don't you have your own movie? Like, if you're renting it for, like, interns to watch, don't you have it? And I just remember he just laughed, and he's like, yeah. But yeah, so Richard Linklater came in, Mike Judge. Mike Judge was always cool. Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is Quentin Tarantino. Like, that's how he is. You see him in an interview, in any interview, that's how he is in real life. That's him. He loves movies, and, like, it's no joke. He really does. Like, he came in to the North Store one time, and we checked him out, and we had all the posters on the walls of the old films, and he just was, like, looking around, and he just starts, like, going off. Oh yeah, I love that movie, and oh yeah, she's, and like, talked your ear off. And that's because he was so passionate. And I think if anybody deserves to be, like, a filmmaker about and kind of doing what he does, it's Quentin, because he loves film. And who else? So many times at the South Store, so many celebrities would come in, especially during South by Southwest. One time I was walking to get coffee at Joe's Coffee, so I passed by Warehouse, and just looking down, and suddenly it's, like, Val Kilmer. He's just, like, sitting outside eating some chips and queso. I was like, it's fucking Val Kilmer, like, just hanging out. So me, being the Willow nerd, was like, holy shit, Mad Mardigan's eating chips and queso. Like, so I just grabbed my coffee, came back. I always try to play it cool, because I know how dumb people can be. But yeah, it was cool to see him sitting there. Dax Shepard came in one time, tried to open an account with his, like, then girlfriend of the time, and it was way before, like, Kristen Bell and all that stuff. Yeah, he tried to get an account where it was like, we need a local address. And he was just like, but I'm, like, here in the hotel. Like, come on, guys. And I was like, all right, I'll ask. So I asked the manager at the time, and she was like, yeah, sure. Just do it. It's fine. So Dax Shepard got an account for basically just 2 days that he was there.